Hi, I'm Kelley Harper. I'm in Anchorage, Alaska. Been a Linchpin member since October of 2020. Is that right? Yes. Been CrossFitting since October of 2014 at a couple of different boxes, mainly CrossFit Alaska. Had an injury with my elbow that took me out about 18 months. And then just as I was getting that fixed, the pandemic hit, so I built a garage, and a friend at work who's also a Linchpinner and has been for maybe 5 years, told me about Pat and the programming, and I joined and never looked back. So I'm gonna show you my little garage gym. So first we have all our bikes hanging. We're big mountain bikers, road bikes. You'll see fat bikes because we live in Alaska. My CrossFit Linchpin sign. So come on down. We have a rack here where we have some of our plates, our barbells that my genius partner who's doing the videoing welded these pipes on. Can't quite see that one, to hold our barbells. So we've got his, my Bella bar, and a trainer bar that I use for warming up mainly. And then some plates, keep my knee sleeves and my wrist straps here. And we've got these little baskets that hang here. Here's for the remote, got a TV set up in here and our clock up there. If you when I point to things, but can you show our clock above the Linchpin? When you come back. So I think you can come down. We got our erg right here. It kind of tucks away in between these two fat bikes, and you kind of gently move it out to use it. We've got a garage heater here because it gets pretty cold in Alaska in winter, as you would imagine. That's it. Oh, I've got rings hanging here that I tuck away on my fat bike, but we can pull out on this pull-up bar. That's mainly for him to use because I have to get a box. I'm short to use it, but he couldn't use the one on the squat rack, so I don't use this one very often. We've got our Echo bike, the equipment from hell. I have a love-hate relationship with this, as all of us do. Got a TV set up. I mainly use that for my Peloton workouts, like stretching, and I mainly do yoga inside, but I'll do some Peloton strength on there. Our snow blower over here. The bench kind of lives over here. And it's for changing shoes and stuff like that. And once in a blue moon when we bench press, I'll bring it over. And then we just hung this sign. It's gonna have to move because it's fine when the door opens, it goes like that, but when the door closes, it goes outside. So I can't remember, one of our members told me about this sign. I think a bunch of us are ordering it now. So I think I'm gonna move it over next to the Linchpin. This is my Peloton tread. Again, 6 months of winter in Alaska, so I don't get to run outside for half the year. So I do a lot of treadmill boot camps, like 20 or 30 minutes to warm up for my Linchpin WOD. I absolutely love this treadmill. Swore I'd never get one. I also have a Peloton bike, but it's inside. Over here, I keep my running shoes and my boot camp shoes. I got a mat I keep rolled up. If you don't have one of these, you should get one of these. They're the best things ever. No more monkey butt. My box tucks away. My wall ball. I can't do wall balls in here. Well, I'm actually gonna get a Rogue Target, and I think I can, but he can't because the ceilings are 10 feet. But I have a Target right outside the garage that I can do wall balls in the summer. Lifters. I have a Noble problem. 7 pairs of Nobles. Get my box, some towels. This is my little abacus that I count rounds with because I do lose count, like a lot of CrossFitters. All our other plates are down here. As you can see, I don't have a lot of storage for plates. This is the squat rack. We've got labels for me and him, so we don't have to remember where to move the J-cups. I do most of my pull-ups and everything right here because it's kind of the perfect height for me. We've got a little setup with a stereo right here and some speakers on either side so we can blast the music. My Linchpin banner and my cheap version of the clock. I didn't splurge on the Rogue one. And then this banner over here is the name of my gym that my best friend, who's also a Linchpinner, Mandy Seataller, had made for me. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to name the garage gym, so I was calling it this for a little time, a la Game of Thrones, and then Nate said, let's just keep that name. So we did, and Mandy made me this great banner. And I think that's it. Anything else? We got these horse stall mats down. Am I missing anything, babe? We have our ropes hanging over here. Actually, I think my rope is packed up because I took it. I went to a women's WOD at a gym, a box late tonight. So our ropes normally hang here. We've got some bands, got some resistance bands here, just some, you know, little stuff we use. My chalk just stays in here. If I had a bucket, I'd probably knock it over and make a mess. Now, we have 2 fans up here for when it gets hot. It also dries the puddle that the snowblower brings in winter. But really, I turn that on when I'm running on the treadmill because it gets kind of hot. In summer, I just open the door. Although the bugs can get pretty bad in Alaska in summer, so we do have a little air conditioner unit, but I've never used it. He's used it. Oh, and then turn around and just show, I think we only saw the side rack. Here's all our dumbbells. These are Peloton dumbbells I really like for rows and stuff. The square is great. They're not going to turn on you. But I have some 35s here. And then I've got a 25, a Pood, and a 44 kettlebell. We don't have a 53. Nate generally goes to a box now and doesn't work out here much. So, and I find I'm not great swinging a 53, so I stick with the 44. I think that's it, my wrist straps. Am I missing anything, babe? All right. Thanks for coming on my little tour. Happy wadding.